Welcome, Leo, to your February 2021 Creative Horoscope. I'm Jane Holland, novelist and poet, and this horoscope focuses specifically on your creative life and career. So please click like and subscribe to my channel below if you'd like to hear what the stars have in store for you creatively and artistically each month. Remember, these horoscopes can apply equally to your sun sign, that's the sign you were born under, and your rising sign or ascendant, that's the sign that's on the horizon at the exact moment of your birth. So, Leo, February 2021 is all about career and especially relationships for you. That's because the busiest house in your chart right now is your 7th house, which governs relationships, including those with an agent, editor, publisher, manager, theatrical director, other creative professional, anyone you work with closely. And the other house in play this month is the 10th house, which governs your career and your public reputation and persona. So let's look at that 7th house situation. You have no fewer than 5 planets in your relationship house this month. That's the Sun, Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, and you've got Venus entering that house on the very first day of February to join the party. And of course, the glorious new moon at 23 degrees Aquarius in the same house, which is all about how you relate to others. Now, because Saturn and Jupiter have clashed there recently, and Saturn is a planet that traditionally brings limitations and endings, you may have suffered recently in your personal relationships, and especially with one key relationship. Thankfully, Jupiter, which is a generous planet of expansion and growth, is pulling away from Saturn right now, leaving him behind. So hopefully some of that stuff will have gone. And with Venus now in your 7th house as well, February looks like being an altogether nicer month for you relationship-wise, and also far more creative because Venus rules art and beauty and creativity. So you may find yourself enjoying that time with one special significant other, or sharing a creative idea and creative vision with that person. In some cases, that significant person may actually be another creative professional with whom you work in a business situation. So this can indicate a much smoother month for you ahead, career-wise. You should also expect some exciting new developments in that area around the 11th of February, when the new moon occurs at 23 degrees of Aquarius. The idea of sharing a common vision with someone may come to fruition around that time, so enjoy it and take away fresh inspiration for your work. Now, I spoke earlier about your career house, the 10th house, and that's because you have Uranus there. Uranus is a big, exciting, unpredictable planet, and it recently clashed with Mars, a fiery action planet, which is moving through your career house. That Mars-Uranus contact may have thrown a spanner in the works for you in career terms, or it could have provided a springboard of creative energy for you to leap ahead into new territory, ahead of any competitors, for instance. Now, on 14th of February, Valentine's Day, just so happens, Mars makes a lovely opportunistic aspect to dreamy Neptune from that 10th house, and this looks really lovely for you. Neptune is deeply creative, and this sextile aspect from Mars generally indicates a moment of opportunity for you, Leo, a moment when it's possible for you to tap into that creative source inside you and use it in your career. So hook on to any artistic possibilities around the middle of the month, because these are likely to prove useful to you in terms of your career. Later in the month too, around the 24th of February, Mars is once again active in your chart, this time making a harmonious and smooth aspect to the powerful planet Pluto in your 6th house. Now, your 6th house is all about work routines, daily regimes. That can include health as well as work. So if you've been looking for some extra enthusiasm for your work on a daily basis, maybe something as simple as getting up earlier in the morning, getting more done during the day, or organising yourself or your surroundings a little bit better, if you're working from home, for instance, then this aspect between go-getter Mars and transformative Pluto suggests a point at which you can suddenly see how to do that without too much difficulty. Altogether, Leo, the end of this month looks as exciting as the middle, especially when the full moon at 8 degrees of Virgo falls in your second house of money and personal values. This may be a time when a payment arrives, for instance, that you've been waiting for on tenterhooks for ages, or perhaps you suddenly see how to change your life by changing your values. Now, a full moon is traditionally a time of completion, so this may reflect a time when you're finally putting a project to bed that will involve a lucrative payment at the end of it, or possibly the project may reflect something that you truly believe in with all your heart. The full moon is a time of great brightness during each month, and when it falls in your second house, Leo, you should find it shining a light on your personal finances, as well as letting you see your direction in life, whether you're following the correct course for you. So this could actually be a time when you can course correct if you need to, and especially course correct on your creative endeavours, because everything will be laid bare for your inspection under this earthy full moon. Unpredictable Uranus and strict Saturn are in the mix too with this full moon, bringing discipline along with a flash of creative genius. So enjoy the ride. Have a wonderful and very creative month, Leo. And remember, if you'd like to hear more about your creative stars for the months ahead, please click to like this video and subscribe to my channel below. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to speaking to you next time.